All right, Dr. B here, and going through a grief series, and I probably will do this around this time of year because this is the anniversary of my son's death, Reggie. But this video is really specific around grief of a living loved one, specifically around addiction. And I don't talk about my brother very often because I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed. I am a psychiatric nurse practitioner. I am trying to teach and share mental strength with so many people. And my own brother is, I'm losing him to drugs. I even posted on my personal Facebook recently a picture of Wayne holding my disabled son Reggie. And I said I lost one to death and one to drugs. So Wayne is still here. He is very much alive. But he is choosing to continue to use substances. And I feel like I could help him. I have all of these resources. But am I enabling him? Because he has me as a lifeline, is he not ever really hitting rock bottom? But I don't know if I believe in rock bottom. I mean, a lot of people say, well, they have to hit rock bottom to turn around. And there's a couple times in his life that I thought he hit rock bottom. I thought he hit rock bottom when he went to prison. I thought he hit rock bottom when he was shot in the chest and airlifted to the trauma center. And so what do I do with this grief? And in my belief that you never give up. You don't give up on relationships. You don't give up on people. And I really believe that. But I also believe in boundaries. And so how do I juggle all of those truths? A little bit about Wayne. He is my biological cousin, adopted into our family. So is genetics a part of it? I feel like I have addictive personality type things. Thankfully, I've never actually been addicted to a substance. And it was mostly alcohol. And then when Reggie passed away in October of 2016, I don't know if he had previously used meth or not, but that's when it became evident to us that he was using substances more than just alcohol. And it became that his drug of choice was methamphetamine. And as a professional, I know that that's one of the worst substances. It actually changes the dopamine receptors, burns them out, and we know that there's so much damage that's going on in the brain. We are now at the anniversary of 5 years since Reggie's death, so probably using methamphetamines for 5 years. I treat people with substance abuse problems. I empower people to learn the mentally strong method and make positive choices. And here my brother, day after day, is making poor choices, and the drugs are winning the battle. And so I'm going to do a whole series on addiction in 2022, so look for that. Today is a series about grief. I've lost my brother to an addiction, but he's still here. How do I manage that? And so I'm taking the time. We talk a lot of, every time I do grief, I say, you got to take the time to grieve. And so I am mourning the loss of the brother that I knew, but still providing some sort of lifeline. These are choices that I made, and there is no absolute right answer. And this is, there's a lot of support systems that say, oh, you have to cut them off and just take care of yourself, or, you have to keep helping, or, don't enable. Like, everyone has a very black and white kind of, do this and this will help. And I don't know. But I'm not giving him cash so that, my money's not contributing to his substance use. And I began drug testing for him to be in my house. And that's where I am today. And when I do the addiction series in next year, maybe I'll be in a different place. But I have stopped to take the time to grieve. And I may have made some bad choices. Maybe I was enabling him by knowing he was using drugs and still paying him for odd jobs. I don't know. But, and maybe at one point he will be ready. If you remember the person that we interviewed for the award nominee, where, after 20 years, he got himself clean from meth. So if you're out there watching and you have a family member addicted, take care of yourself first, right? That oxygen to yourself before your family member. Don't give up. Continue to try to help with realistic boundaries for yourself. Not saying it's easy, it's very hard. But I love you, Wayne, and I will continue to be here for you. I believe that you can find your mental strength, and I will continue to find mine, because I believe that we all have that in us, that we are all mentally strong.